Well, here's that letter. It contains an order from the state for those companies to reduce gas bills by 5% total starting next month in March. And the cut will stay in place for March and April, which is when the winter heating season officially ends in Massachusetts. Now, this comes at the tail end of a cold winter of skyrocketing gas bills. I've shown you how customer after customer reached out to me, sharing bills totaling as much as $800 for just 1 month of natural gas. The delivery rates on those bills, they're often double or even triple the cost of the gas actually used. Now, the rate hikes, which have been up 30% or more in the last 2 years, they're linked in part to a jump in required funding for the Mass Save program and other state mandated policies, and they were approved by state regulators at the Department of Public Utilities. We pushed the governor on this yesterday, asking why the states seem to be caught off guard by the real impact of that move on customers. I mean, they were seeing just bills that they had never seen before.
And everybody is talking about it, and you have kicked up a storm of people concerned and saying, okay, this is happening. Why is it happening? Is this temporary?
Yes. It is only for March and April, those 2 months. And then not only is it temporary, the gas companies are going to get all the money back that they cut off your bill in the summer months when gas bills are lower, and they're going to get to charge interest on any of these cuts. So this is just a temporary Band-Aid.
So look down the road. Is there a permanent fix to this?
So that would have to require some state policy changes, probably. The utilities say, listen, we are being told to spend X amount of dollars. In this case, it's $5 billion on Mass Save over the next 3 years. That comes at a cost. Somebody's got to pay for it. There's a lot of other, green energy policies in there, policies that require them to fix pipes and transmission lines. We already pay some of the highest utility rates in the country. Here in New England. This is not going to change that.
This is just gas, right? Not electric, right?
Correct. It went to the state's 5 main gas companies, National Grid, Eversource, Unitil, Liberty, and Berkshire Gas. This is not electric delivery, which those rates are also up 30%.
Our Ben Simoneau, excellent reporting. We know you'll stay on it. We know that. We know that. Thanks, Ben.
So those are the nuts and bolts. This is New on 5 tonight. Our Jennifer Pignate is in the newsroom hearing tonight from some of those people who have had astronomically high bills, Jen.
Yeah, Anna Maria, one of our viewers tells me her gas bill was $1,071 in January and says she wasn't even home 23 days out of that month. She was with her husband, who was actually in the hospital as he underwent cancer treatments. She and others tell me a 5% reduction is not enough.
There should not be a middle ground here. The 5% is nothing. It's almost a spit in the face. Like, what is that?
Linda Sheehan is frustrated. This is her January gas bill, a whopping $474.
It's almost half of my Social Security check.
Sheehan is recently widowed and depends on all that money to pay all her bills.
I have some savings, but people shouldn't be delving into their savings every month just to try to stay warm.
She says she keeps her thermostat around 60 degrees daily and has been staying at her daughter's house lately to reduce her gas use even further. She joins hundreds of Massachusetts residents who are bewildered by the skyrocketing gas bills. Many tell me they're discouraged by a reduction of only 5%.
That's just inherently wrong.
Many of you shared your bills with us, showing more than half going to delivery charges. Delivery was 2/3 of Sheehan's bill at $301.
I don't understand. I mean, if you were, singing a little song and giving me my heat at my house, okay, but where is this delivery? I don't get it.
National Grid has stated it's cooperating with the order. Eversource that it's continued conversations to transition to the state's clean energy pursuit in a cost-effective manner. And Unitil states it understands the urgency and there are billing options and programs available to customers.
You need to stop it, and you definitely need to give folks more than 5%. And it should be retroactive for this winter.
We reached out to the governor tonight about DPU's decision and have yet to hear back. Jennifer Pignate, WCVB News Center 5.